welcome to another episode of Tupcast, the Untitled Podcasters podcast, where we talk about movies and get heavily off topic. My name is Andrew. I am one of your hosts. Alongside me, my other hosts, Steve.
Hello.
And Colby.
What's up?
And today's episode, we're going to kind of strand away from movies, not entirely, but our main focus is usually film. We're going to talk about TV show, focusing in on the first 2 seasons of Stranger Things. I know Steve has been doing a rewatch of the show in anticipation for the final season. I also did. Colby, I don't know if you did as well. But so we're going to talk about that stuff and probably glaze upon some other topics that we've frequent on this show here, like McDonald's, Mark Wahlberg, Blade Runner.
I haven't been to McDonald's in like weeks.
So the one in our hometown reopened. I went once the day it reopened, just to, because I felt like I had to.
Yeah.
And the service was just as bad, but it looked very clean inside, so
There you go.
see how long that lasts.
Nice.
I did get the Grinch meal,
Oh yeah, I saw
which
that.
is out right now, just, to try it. I have the socks in my car still.
Oh, it came with socks?
Yeah, I think the socks were the best part. I
Nice.
didn't care for the...
What is it? I saw it advertised, but I don't know what it is.
So you can get, it's with a Big Mac meal or, a 6-piece McNugget meal. And with the fries, it gives you this, seasoning, and it's like dill pickle seasoning or something. So then it gives you a bag to mix the fries with.
So it's just basically.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. In the Grinch.
Yeah.
I wasn't really impressed, so I guess the Grinch got what he wanted.
Can I confess something here live on the podcast? Big McDonald's guy. Never had a Big Mac.
So that was the first Big Mac I ever had.
I've just never
Was
cared.
to get the Grinch meal.
I like the quarter pounder. I like the quarter pounder. It's solid.
The safe option.
Right, McDouble. If I'm just looking for something quick and small, but I've just never cared to have a Big Mac.
And I don't think I'll ever have a Big Mac.
There's just no. It's like lettuce and some sauce.
And it came with 2 patties with a bun in between them. Yeah. I was confused. I'm like, this is. I just want a cheeseburger, man.
There's too much bread.
Yeah, exactly.
If I'm not gonna get a cheeseburger or nuggets, I'm just gonna go the quarter pounder or chicken sandwich.
Right. Never had one. Maybe we should do that one day. We'll all go and just get one.
I didn't care for it.
Wait, on that topic, did you get the SpongeBob Burger King meal?
Haven't yet.
Is it out yet? You have?
So I've got
both.
That? The Grinch meal is very disappointing, like Andrew was saying. I forgot to get the meal. I just tried the fries.
Socks.
Order the fries separately.
Oh.
Messi was very disappointed I didn't because I didn't get the socks. But the fries, the pickle seasoning, salt, whatever they want to call it, didn't really taste like pickle.
Wasn't a fan.
It was like the faintest taste of pickle. But somebody else mentioned it tasted more like sour cream and onion, and I agree with that.
Yeah, I can see
that. I could go the rest of my life without ever having it again. The Burger King meal is nothing special. Literally, it's just like a Whopper with a slightly yellower bun, and it's square.
I saw that. I was like,
SpongeBob's not known for having square burgers. I don't know if they're because he's square. I don't get the point of having the square bun. That doesn't make sense.
I guess that would be a fair argument.
It's just kind of weird. But aside from that, it's just Burger King is great with their marketing because they package everything with all the marketing. They don't change anything to do with the food at all. The food is always the same. Anything they just change the color of the Whopper buns. That's all they do.
Yeah. It looked. I was uncomfortable just looking at it, the poster.
And that's just food coloring or something.
Yeah, right. That's the other thing too. I'm like, I know this isn't healthy, so this shouldn't matter to me, but it does.
Well, when they did the Wednesday crossover, the buns were black.
Yeah, that was funny though.
I never tried that. I don't try a lot of the promotional stuff because I feel like I see it and then I just miss it or forget about it.
It's mainly the packaging that's the promotional items. All the food is the exact same.
Right. Yeah. Well, the amount of people who have texted me about seeing the new SpongeBob movie, I could literally rent a theater out. My dad wants to go see it.
When does it come out?
Next Friday.
Next Friday.
Yeah. 2 days
Wait.
before we see Avatar.
So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
competing with Avatar. That's not a smart
It's not a
choice.
competition.
Oh man.
Just for audio listeners, we are seeing Avatar 3. I can't remember the subtitle.
Fire
together.
and Ash.
Fire and Ash together. A week from this Sunday.
But we do got to get there early for the supposed trailers that we're getting.
Yes.
Which is it confirmed Odyssey and Doomsday?
I believe so.
Because I also heard that they're re-releasing Sinners and Once Upon a Time.
Yeah.
Not Once Upon a Time.
The other DiCaprio one.
One Battle After Another.
Yeah.
In IMAX this weekend. And
they're
those people
on a
are
6-minute Odyssey thing.
Which I've heard rumors that it's the Battle of Troy.
Ooh.
As like a precursor to the rest of the movie.
That would make sense because canonically that's what happens in the story.
Would it shock you guys at all if I told you that I did not care at all about the Avengers trailer? I have no excitement about this at all.
I don't either.
I read an article. I read like a thing online last week that there's legitimate hope in this one. I know that sounds
I've
crazy, but I also heard there's rumors. So Dune 3 and Doomsday have the same release day.
Yes.
But I heard that Dune may move up to September.
Heard that as well.
Because they're more ready to go on like a media tour. You know how they do like a media tour?
Be in the way of it. Yeah.
So but I've heard it's because they're scared of Doomsday. Now, how true that is, I don't know, because the first two Dunes were just so good on their own.
Yeah.
But I've also heard that Dune Messiah, while it's not an action-packed book, so it might not be the most action-packed trilogy finale, if that makes sense.
I mean,
so, I don't know.
I mean, regardless of it being an
Avengers movie,
regardless of it being an Avengers movie or not, it's kind of scary to go up against any Disney flagship franchise,
right?
Like even if it was just Captain America 4, right? Like you probably don't want to compete with it, just in case. You never know. You know what I mean? Even though
that's fair.
They're not going to risk that,
right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's two giant juggernaut of movies. You might as well separate them.
Exactly.
Makes sense to me.
I feel like that's also I think that's easier for everybody. I was gonna say something, but
plus there's actors in both of them too. That like Zendaya is probably in both of them. So
yeah, well, and then this is like the year of Tom Holland, I think too.
Oh yeah, because he's in the Odyssey,
and he'll be. He's not confirmed from Doomsday. He might not be in that one. But he's gonna be in Odyssey, and then he's got his Spider-Man movie coming out like 3 weeks after that.
Yep.
We have to be optimistic about the Doomsday trailer. However, we do have to keep in mind Marvel can cut a goddamn good trailer, so don't get sucked in.
Yeah,
I'll get okay. I can say that now, but the second I see it, I'm gonna have goosebumps on the back of my neck, and I'm gonna be sucked in like bone dry.
I am so ready to be proven wrong.
Right,
bunch of suckers.
Am I gonna go to the theaters to see Sinners just to see that?
Have you seen One Battle?
I have not.
One Battle's really good.
Is it just? But I heard that when they were re-releasing the 70mm one, and I think that might be the only time it's playing the trailers. So I don't know if.
Oh yeah, because the Odyssey's completely shot on 70mm IMAX, right?
Right. Yeah.
Something like that.
Which is why they put those tickets out a year in advance, which are sold out.
Yeah, we'll get like general IMAX tickets or something.
Yeah, that's what I was figuring.
Yeah, that's a little crazy. I heard people were putting those tickets on eBay for like a couple $100. Yeah. So it's just like takes the fun.
I'm excited. I'm super excited, but I'm not like that about it.
I would never pay more than a normal ticket price for any movie.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. All right.
There's no runtime on Doomsday yet.
No, but the trailer is going to be 1 minute and 25 seconds. They released that today.
Pretty standard.
You see the Supergirl trailer comes out tomorrow?
Yes.
I'm kind of excited for that.
People are thinking the Doomsday trailer is going to leak tomorrow too. We're recording this December 10th. For listeners,
I think what's her name will be good as Supergirl.
I
Millie
agree.
Alcock, I think her name is.
He's House
Yeah,
Targaryen girl.
House of the Dragon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Before we talk Stranger Things, which is our main goal today,
Mm-hmm.
we should address the massive buyout that just happened with Netflix purchasing Warner Brothers. How do you guys feel about
I think they needed something because Netflix was flailing, but
But not
also
this.
just don't think it was this.
No, they've been like stocking up all of this subscription money to do this. I feel like
Yeah,
Now that
they
that's
knew
right.
after Stranger Things ends they were going to lose a lot of customers,
Yep.
so they
Yep.
bought Warner Brothers.
Yeah, for an
For-
insane amount of money.
And they basically said what they're gonna HBO is just gonna collapse into Netflix.
Apparently,
And you know the subscriptions are going to jump up,
Double.
even though Netflix
They're gonna
is
double.
already.
Yep.
My biggest concern is that
$82 billion.
yeah, that's insane.
That's pocket change
Insane.
for Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
But here's my concern. If Netflix leaves Warner Brothers as is and is just a parent company, they don't meddle with it and they just kind of let it run as is, things might be okay. If Netflix starts to Netflixize Warner Brothers and fiddle with everything within it, that's when we're going to see the collapse of Warner Brothers. Netflix is notorious for canceling projects, for running projects into the ground, for making really, really poor movies. Like, I don't want Netflix to touch anything about Warner Brothers. Not that Warner Brothers is perfect, but whatever is left that is good will not be around for long. And now they own all of Harry Potter. They own all of DC, which, come on, dude, don't touch DC. We're finally in an okay spot.
Yeah.
Like, there's hope. There's hope on the horizon. Please don't touch it. And not only that, but like the Netflix CEO is super anti-theaters, super anti-movies.
Yeah.
Like they are all about the hardcore streaming. So like having somebody own such a massive movie studio, I don't know. I'm sure they'll probably still release movies. I think he said something about they're going to reduce the run times of movies in theaters, which is what it is. But I mean, either way, it's worrisome for sure.
Yeah.
Yep. But I know, like in California and stuff, there are Netflix theaters, like owned by Netflix that are their theaters. So we could also see a widespread of like Netflix theaters.
That's
like
true,
a more
too. Well, they just keep all their money.
Yeah, but also like you said, with when they cancel shows notoriously, like there's no way we're getting 8 seasons of that Harry Potter show or 7 seasons of that Harry. Like once they see it drop off enough, they're gonna be like, never mind, and we're gonna get half of a.
They don't give shows any runtime. So like on a normal television series, and I'm not saying this is great, but this is just how television is. A lot of times, the first season has an up and down arch. It's a very slow audience buildup. Like, right, you're not going to get 50 million viewers on episode 3 of season 1 of a brand new series. That's just not going to happen. Even if it is like an established thing like Harry Potter, that's just not going to happen. Now, if that Harry Potter show comes out, which people are already not anticipating, so Netflix is going to see that. They know that.
I'm getting a little more optimistic.
I mean, I'm hopeful, but I don't know. But anyways, if they see that show season 1 come out, right, and its viewership numbers aren't whatever their projected numbers are, they're going to cut it off right then and there. They're not going to give that 3 or 4 seasons to build up viewerships. It's not going to happen. Which is what that show may need. That show might need multiple seasons for people to actually get attached to those characters and actors and grow with them. But Netflix will not give them the runtime for that. Absolutely not. Not with the budget that they're using.
But I also argue that Harry Potter is better as they get older. Like,
absolutely, that's what I mean.
As they mature, the story does too.
Because the story gets darker and deeper, and that's when it's exciting.
And that's when
So, but like, I mean,
I see what you're saying, though.
But in a sense, too, it's like some of the best Stranger Things is when they're kids. So, I mean, I don't know. but I don't know. Could go either way. It just doesn't feel from all the various like other movie podcasts that I've listened to. Nobody is excited by this purchase, so I can only imagine it means bad things.
Were any other people bidding? Like,
yeah, Paramount.
I guess there were.
Paramount.
Yeah,
were they? Okay.
There was like it was like a bidding war between Paramount and Netflix, and Netflix must have dropped a hammer last minute and just added like another $10 billion onto it or something. Yes. And we know Paramount doesn't have that kind of cash.
No.
Well, I also heard that Netflix was potentially going to buy EA before they bought Warner Brothers. So they like pivoted.
Yeah, I know what I heard that too, and I would have been okay with that more.
Well, it wouldn't have had as much of an impact, but as the vivid gamer or the avid gamer that I am, EA already has a really dicey track record. Like it's just like Warner Brothers at DC. Like we just need to let it as is because Netflix can do a lot more harm than good.
I think like Netflix has had its run and like it's done its thing, and to have it like transition to do like gaming or something different, I would be okay with seeing how that would play out. More so than Warner Brothers.
It would definitely have less impactful.
Is the Netflix logo gonna play before every movie now?
Probably.
Are they gonna is everything gonna be streaming immediately too? Like that's another thing. Like we're trying to save movies, people. Like
I think my prediction right here and now is that Netflix is going to promise a lot of things. They're going to promise that they're going to leave a lot of things as is, and they have no immediate plans to change anything like that, change theaters or change streaming, pricing, all that crap. They're going to make a lot of false promises. But I guarantee you, by 2027, 2028, all that's going to go out the window, if not before then. But I would bet, I would say 2 to 3 years from now, any promises that they're making right now will not come true. They will all fall through, and they will take the path of least resistance and the most money. That's what they're going to do. If they think they can upcharge another $35 for streaming, that's what they're going to do. They're not going to try to play the devil's advocate here and be like, oh, well, on one hand, we have all these movies on here, but we're already charging $20. They're not going to be like, oh, we're only going to raise it $10. They're going to be like, our subscription is now $45 a month. Buy it or don't. That's going to be it.
Well, they're on like a political campaign path right now, where they're going to promise you everything to make you elect them, which means keep paying for them. And like you said, then they'll just come through. Not sure how to help you with that. Alexa.
I was gonna say that sounded like Alexa, yeah.
And then like you said, they're going to be $45 a month, but their selling point will be it's still cheaper than cable, or it's still cheaper than most other services. Like the Fubo TVs and all that crap. So, yeah.
Absolutely.
I don't know. I was like, after Stranger Things, I was canceling. So, like... I might still...
I don't pay for it, but yeah.
Like, there's nothing
else. There's no reason I don't pay for it.
Me too. It was a birthday present when I turned, like, 10.
Nice.
Yeah.
Remember mail-in DVDs?
Yeah.
That's how I started on Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The good old days.
Netflix has had its run, and I think that they are doing everything they can to keep that run going, and they are on fumes. And like I said, they spent so much money that you can expect your subscriptions to jump up in price because they're going to need to make that money back up.
Right.
Especially if people start canceling subscriptions.
Right. I wonder how many have canceled since the purchase.
After January 1st.
I'll be interested in seeing like that statistics when they come out with it, but yeah.
I think hoping to cancel will not until Stranger Things wraps, and then January 1st is when you'll see all the mass cancellations.
Right.
That's what'll happen.
Man, crazy.
So before we get into Stranger Things, and before Steve and I talk about Wicked for Good, some movie I saw over not the weekend, but a couple weeks ago, was Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Now, I Have either of you have any did either of you
I've
see the
seen the
movie or
first
know
one.
anything about the franchise?
I've seen the first one. I've played like the first 2 or 3 games, maybe. I don't know anything about the lore. I don't care about the lore. I don't know anything about the new movie, and I also have not heard anything about the new movie. But I also don't care.
Well, so I knew less than nothing about it, but a very good friend of mine is obsessed with it. So I told her I'd go with her and her other friend to go see the movie, but I hadn't seen the first one. So before we went to see the second film, I had them over and we watched the first one down in my basement, so we knew what we were doing. And I was not impressed with the first one. Like, it was okay,
I heard the
and
second one
that's
was dog shit.
well. So the reviews had come out, and I think Rotten Tomatoes gave it like a 12%,
Ooh,
and that made us so much more excited because like we were looking forward to a terrible movie.
yeah.
I don't think it was worthy of a 12%. I think it was higher than that. I don't think it was worth the 88% that the audience score gave it. But watching that movie was what I imagine it felt like to see Endgame, not knowing what I was watching. Like if I went to Endgame because my friend dragged me to it, was this experience here. There was like it was a sold out theater and it was ADHD every time a new character walked onto that screen.
Yep.
Um
Freaking out.
I
and
hate the
I
idea
had
of that.
so much fun. It was so much fun.
I've had a good theater experience in a long time.
That was no, honestly, I
Is
needed
that a
that.
good theater experience?
I mean, it could make a bad
It's-
movie better.
You could tell that they made that movie knowing it wasn't going to be well received. Like they knew what they were doing and like it was for the fans too. Um and it was funny too because I found out after the fact that the creators of the game, because the creators of the game were like heavily involved with the development of the movies. Um they said that they kind of went separate from what the games are doing just to tell their own story with it because they didn't want people to be paying attention to continuity or like game adaptations that they changed, which I thought was a nice thing to do that way. Um I texted the two people I saw the movie with to see if they had any feedback they wanted me to share. And we dressed up for it. I wore a bow tie cuz that's what one of the bears has. And I had like a flannel shirt that worked with it. My friend Sammy dressed up as I don't remember the character's name, so she's gonna hate me if she listens to this.
Springtrap. I know that's one of them.
That was
Bonnie? Is there a Bonnie?
there is Bonnie.
Nice.
Because when we were watching the first one, it
Chica?
became a running gag. That was who Sam was, I think.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, and then
Nailing
her friend Angela was Bonnie. And while we were watching the first movie, they just came up with this like they made it their own headcanon that Bonnie has a sex dungeon. Um, and every time it came up, like we would just start cracking up. So one of the notes I got here was hype up our costumes with the gang, and she said, "And Bonnie's sex dungeon is up to you." I said, "I can't do that justice." Like I, and then one of the response was, "It's supreme." So I said, "I'll just say that and I won't explain it." So that's all I'm
a
gonna do.
supreme sex dungeon for Bonnie.
Mm-hmm.
What does Bonnie look like? Do we know?
I'll pull up a picture.
Is it like a blue teddy bear?
I believe it is.
Oh, it's creepy.
Yeah, it is. She was played by Matt Pack.
Who?
He was online, and I don't know if you call him an influencer. He used to have a big YouTube channel. He did film theory stuff.
Okay.
He retired from that part of it there. I'm not sure. He went into politics for a little bit too, but he's seemed to be involved with this too. So
what's the core like? What is Five Nights at Freddy's?
all right, so you're asking the wrong guy, but I'm gonna try it.
I know they're like animatronics that come to life.
Yeah,
it's like Chuck E. Cheese, but
pretty much. It's like an abandoned
it's a horror movie,
children's like arcade area.
Yeah,
and the animatronics are controlled by children who have been murdered.
Nice.
So it's like the guy who killed these kids.
It's a cool concept.
Took their like bodies or something, and like I don't know how he got their spirits to inject in the animatronics, but like it is a pretty cool concept. But yeah,
I heard the first one wasn't bad. I never saw it. but I've heard
Yeah, I kept
the second
hearing
one is
like
brutal.
when I saw it had a 12% on Rotten Tomatoes, I was like, I don't care. But when I told my friend Sam, she was so excited. She was really hoping that the critics hated it so she would enjoy it more.
Yeah,
And I think that's what happened.
nice.
But honestly, there was a clear setup for a third one at the end of it, and I'm excited for a third one, which
It
I didn't think I'd say walking out of it, so that's something if nothing else.
looked like a location movie. Like they looked like a lot of it was in like one spot.
Uh yes and no.
Because the
It was kind of
trailer, they were in like a creepy building for most of it.
yeah, that it's the same building, just different rooms for a lot of it too.
Gotcha. So it's probably
It's
not
like
that
it's like
expensive to make.
I guess the first one took place in a Five Nights or Freddy's location local to wherever this character story was, and the second one was where the original like Five Nights at Freddy's was.
Isn't the
Or
main
the
isn't the main character Peter Malark too? Peter
yes,
from Hunger Games.
yes,
What's his name? Josh
Josh Hutcherson.
Hutcherson.
Yeah,
He's pretty good from what I
he
remember.
is. Yeah, I like him like as an actor. He started in like a couple movies as a kid, and then he landed the Hunger Games, and now he does like
Was he in like
video game
Spy
movies.
Kids or something? What was his?
No, that was I don't know the guy who was in Spy Kids, but Alexa Vega was the girl.
Okay, I know. I remember him from.
I don't think he was. He
Was
was
it
in Bridge to Terabithia.
Was it Race to Witch Mountain? Is he in something? He's in one of
That
those like.
The Rock was in.
He's like a kid. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Was
Oh,
Let me
Dwayne did
see
make
here.
an.
I know which one you're talking about. He was in The Journey to the Center of the Earth,
yeah, it's the same kind
and
of
then
thing. Brendan Fraser, right?
Zathura.
Brendan Fraser was in the first one,
Yes,
but then The
yep,
Rock took over the series in the second one.
Oh, and
that's right.
Zathura is like a Jumanji ripoff, from what I know.
Yeah, it's a good one though.
I've never seen
It's
that one.
literally
It's not
Jumanji in space.
Yeah,
pretty much.
with no Robin Williams, so
Well,
Correct.
no Jack Black, no
there
Dwayne
you
the
go.
Rock Johnson.
Apparently, Jumanji 3 is taking place in Boston.
That's
The new Jumanji 3.
They need to just like cut him off at the ankles. Like, let's just be done.
I think this is the last one.
I'd
Here's
rather,
the thing.
Rounded out with the trilogy.
I'd much rather see the Anaconda movie with Paul Rudd and Jack Black. That looks way better.
Oh, it does.
Looks like way more
Yeah.
fun. So,
So my my list of films for this year that I'd still want to see. Hamnet. I don't know if any of you
I wanna
either of
see
you heard of
that.
that one. I want to see that so badly. It's about Shakespeare.
it's supposed to be.
It's about.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say it's not about Shakespeare, but it's about his inspiration to write Hamlet, which is seen as his best work. And it's supposed to be gut wrenching.
It's supposed to. There's a lot of talk of nomination for Best Picture.
Yeah, and it looks. I just need to like find someone to go with to see it.
Well, I'll see it.
Cool.
I'll meet in the middle.
So that we can work on that. That I want to see that Feckham Hall, which is that parody of like a Downton Abbey thing. I have Avatar 3, SpongeBob, Anaconda, and I'd like to see Eternity, that one with Elizabeth Olsen.
Yeah, that came out last week.
Yeah, it just looks like a fun movie. Yeah.
Was that Miles Teller and somebody else?
Yeah, I don't know who the third guy is.
Yeah.
But I like that concept too.
Yeah.
Like you die and you're reunited with your original like lifelong partner who died early, but then you remarried and now you got to choose which one to spend eternity with. I like that concept. All right.
Yep. Can I set the stage for I can't even remember the name of it. Wicked for Good.
Wicked for Good. Yes, go ahead.
So, we're 1 year removed from Wicked, basically. No, this is going back. Wicked came out last year.
Stage, I didn't think you meant 12 months ago.
Well, no. So this is the thing, right?
Going to take
Wicked came out last year. I know it's like a phenomenon as a Broadway play. I know it's tied to The Wizard of Oz. I knew it was coming out, wasn't like the most interested in it because it's a musical and it's just not really my thing. But Amelia wanted to see it. A couple people, her friends wanted to see it, that kind of thing. So I took her to see it and we went to see it. And I definitely liked it way more than I ever expected to. The music was good, the story was good, the characters were good. It was funny, it was dramatic, it was all kinds of things. And I was like semi genuinely excited for the second one. And then I saw the second one and I was like, holy shit. Talk about just ruining a set of movies that they should have just made into one long movie, and instead they tried to milk it, and it still is going to make a ton of money because it's Wicked and people want to see part 2, but my god, how bad it was. Like, the pacing, the story didn't, it just felt like it didn't really go much further past the first one. I mean, I've heard it's pretty true to the Broadway like musical, but they just added so much filler. Ariana Grande is not as funny as she was in the first one, and like the songs weren't nearly as good, which I've also heard most of the good songs are in the first half anyways. So
Yeah.
that's tough. Like the Jeff Goldblum of it all, I was excited and he's barely in it. Like he runs away quickly. Like the pacing was just, and for a musical, there wasn't like that much music. Like I was like,
No.
what is? And then it also had, which is my least favorite thing in a movie I don't like. It had about 7 false endings. Like it ended and then it didn't end, and then it ended and then it didn't end, and then it should end now. Oh nope, there's still more.
Mhm.
Oh, like
Yeah.
I turned to Kate and was like, will this movie just end? Like I'm done. Like can we go? Like so, and I went with me, my wife, daughter, 3 of her friends, and one of her friends' moms. Her friend's mom fell asleep, and the kids were like bouncing off the walls like an hour in because they weren't as
Yeah.
interested. So
Right.
it's just like, I just don't know how they screwed it up that bad, and that's what it feels like.
I'll tell you how. They made it 2 parts. Um,
Yeah, well,
I'll set the stage then. A year ago,
in
when
a
the first
land
one came
far,
out,
far away.
I'm pretty sure I said on here, I don't know why they're splitting this into 2 parts. Um, but as the theater guy, um, I I saw this movie maybe a week or 2 after it came. I saw it on Thanksgiving. Because I saw the first part on Thanksgiving with my mom and my sister, so just keeping that tradition. Um, my sister couldn't make it this year, so it was just my mom and I. But so going into it, I had heard how a lot of mixed reviews. And it seemed that all of the negativity was coming from people who were not familiar with the musical, which I get. I totally get, because there's like 2 sides to this movie. There's 2 types of people going to see this movie. Those who know the musical and those who don't. So like going into it, I had heard a lot of bad reviews to the point where I was like worried. So I saw it once with my mom, and I didn't hate it as much as everyone else did. And I went and saw it a second time because I had already told another friend I would see it with them, and I already bought the tickets for it. And I enjoyed it the second time, knowing what I was getting. I think that helped out a lot with it. But just in general, like usually in a case like almost every musical, the second half is worse than the first. Um, I cannot think of one off the top of my head that I like the second half of more. This is a
The
case like
Book of
that too.
Mormon.
That's true. That's yeah.
That one's a banger all the way
That
through.
yeah. There's no dull points in that one.
I've seen that 3 times.
I wish I could say that.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I love listening to that show.
Yep.
Just in the car, like nothing makes me laugh like some of those songs.
Yep.
It's an incredible. They'd never make that into a film
No,
because I'm surprised it's still running, to be honest with you.
it's great.
But don't let it die out. When it comes to Wicked, when they announced they were making it into 2 parts, I was not happy with that because it's a long musical as it is. Like the entire show is about 3 hours. And then the first part of the movie was like 2.5 hours. So I'm like, this is not right. But the first one they did great. And I was really optimistic that the second one would flesh out the story a little more and fill in and give us stuff that like the musical didn't. Like it would make it higher. I was hoping the act 2 of the movie would be better than act 2 of the movie, which it was not. I agree. The songs that they added that were not in the musical were just so cut and paste that they were there
Forgettable.
because they had to be there, or like just because they didn't give Ariana Grande a solo, they needed to fill that in somehow.
Yep.
Same idea there. I think the reveals were, I mean, looking at the positive side of things, I thought it did a good job telling the story it needed to tell. Um, with the reveals of what the characters turn out to be. But having it in the film is different than on the stage because Colby, this is a spoiler. I know it doesn't matter, but I'm warning you now.
He's muted, so he can't hear us.
Darn.
Because you don't want to be
Well,
spoiled.
Oh yeah. He wanted to get away from the wicked talk.
No, I was just gonna go see the play tomorrow.
Too bad I haven't said anything yet. The reveal that the wizard is the Wicked Witch's father in the musical is like a jaw dropping thing like that. Yeah, like Colby's reaction just now. Like they do such a good job of like putting it in there, like putting the seeds in, but not letting them grow up until like the last like 10 minutes of the show. But in the movie version, they show the flashback of the mom having the affair, and it's de-aged Jeff Goldblum. Like
Terrible DH Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, and I remember seeing that with my mom. She leaned over to me when Jeff Goldblum came up later in the first movie, and she went, "Is that her dad?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it is. Let's go. No sense in staying, right?" The reveal of the Tin Man, I thought Ethan Slater did a good performance there when he was like terrified, or he was trying to be terrifying, which was nice. I don't have much respect for that actor though, because he played SpongeBob on Broadway. And then when I found out he was playing, like he got cast in the Wicked movie, I was excited. And then he cheated on his wife with Ariana Grande, and left his wife and his son to be with her.
Nice.
And I'm like, you just lost all the respect I ever had for him, and I'm so disappointed in that because that was SpongeBob. Like,
Spongy.
that was tough there.
Your idol.
I wouldn't know. He was never my idol. I was just so disappointed. I guess I have to be SpongeBob.
It's on your shoulders.
There's no other option.
I'll be Patrick.
Cool.
I feel like I'd fit it pretty well, so.
There you go.
You could be Gary.
We're gonna cosplay when we see the movie.
It's like Vin Diesel with Groot. I just need to come in and record a couple lines of different ways, and then I'm good.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
That's my
fat paycheck.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep. Look for a photo if we want to. That was all I had on Wicked. I don't know if Steve, you had any other points.
I just couldn't believe
arguments.
how bad it was.
Yeah.
Personally.
Especially because they filmed those movies back to back.
Right. They just cut it in a bad place, or I don't know.
Well, they ended it where Act 1 ends in the musical, which worked with the first half.
I also get, so they hint and they show shadows of Dorothy, but they don't show Dorothy like in full person. And I get like you want to stay true to Judy Garland, and you're not going to get somebody who looks like Judy Garland to play that role, but it just felt weird that like Dorothy was always in shadows, and she was like she was like a villainous shadow, and the whole like psych out of the Wicked Witch melting and then just like fleeing and just like disappearing. It feels like a cop out almost. It's weird.
Yeah, so in the musical, that's like the last part of the show. Like the final number has like ended, and you think they're going to Bow's, but then the Scarecrow runs on, and that's when the audience figures out that Fiero was the Scarecrow, and he opens up a trap door that's on the stage, and she comes out, and they just run off together. It was like a post-credit scene, like in a musical.
See, I can respect that, but not like
that. Like how they did it in the movie. I was like, I knew they were gonna fuck up that part, but yeah.
Oh man!
Here's a picture of me dressed as SpongeBob with the guy who played SpongeBob.
Nice.
Shade is not working there.
Was that you like last week?
No, that was 2017 actually. That was 8 years ago.
Oh, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That was pre-pandemic.
It was.
The good old days.
Yep. Well, we're 42 minutes into this, and we can actually start talking about what we came to talk about.
What did we come to talk about? Dun dun. Wait, hold on. I gotta get my collector's item.
Ooh.
Still sealed in the box.
For audio listeners, it is a cereal called Demogorgon Crunch.
Still in the box.
Still in the box.
Give me a collector's item. I'm gonna seal it in an acrylic case. Let the cereal go moldy.
All right, so this segment here we do on Stranger Things will just be focusing on seasons 1 and 2. We will not.
Mostly because I watched 1, 2, 3, and 4, but it was a long time ago, and I started a rewatch, and I'm halfway through season 3. I don't want to.
Yes.
I really don't remember 4 at all because I just don't.
Well,
I know Vecna. That's
we're not
it.
going to speak at all on season 5. No spoilers and no speculations to season 5. However, Steve, I'm going to tell you season 4, Darth Vader's his father. Boom.
Oh, didn't see that coming.
I don't have to watch it.
Oh,
it was
man.
worse than Jeff Goldblum being the witch's
Next thing
father.
you're going to tell me is that Emperor Zurg is Buzz's father.
I would never say that.
Okay.
That's crossing a line
Just
right
checking.
there.
Just checking.
Yeah.
Oof. Nice. So yeah, I decided on like December 2nd that I was nothing. I didn't. Well, I just
2 days after Volume 1 came out.
Yeah, but I could see the hype on like Facebook and Instagram, and like Netflix kept promoting it again when I would go on. So I was like, I really don't remember this show. So I just decided to fire up episode 1, and I'm like, there's no chance I'm gonna get through this by the time the next segment comes out. But I was like instantly hooked again, because it felt almost new. I knew the characters and I knew like kind of their characteristics and stuff like that. But like I like completely forgot that in like season 1 Mike jumps off a cliff and like 11 saves him. And I was like, I don't remember that at all. At all.
No, that was my thing, because you said they were promoting it, and they've been promoting season 5 for like over a year.
Yeah.
And I was like at the point where I was like, what is the point? And so in the same vein, like I watched seasons 1 through 3 right before season 4 came out was how I got into it. And then that was it. I hadn't seen it since then. So I did a full rewatch of it, so I'm all caught up now, but I was watching season 1 and 2 and I was just like, I could keep hyping it up, Netflix, because I'm glad I'm rewatching this one so I remember what happens too. I remember why I enjoyed this to begin with.
So my biggest thing I've been seeing a lot of people talking about, because obviously they have been hyping this up season 5 for like a year now, if not even a little bit longer than that. The biggest complaint everybody keeps having is that who cares? What's the point? The show's, it's been so many years since all these other previous seasons, half the people have forgotten or whatever, which is fine. Most of it is valid criticism. However, I think a large majority of the audience who has those complaints forget how solid the show is as a whole.
Yep.
Each season has its ups and downs, but generally, I would say as of right now...
upside downs, you mean?
Generally, as a whole, the show is a pretty solid show start to finish. And I think because there's such large gaps between season 3 and 4 and 4 and 5, that people obviously do forget what has happened before. It's been, 10 years since season 1 came out or something?
Yeah, it's 2016 when I looked it up.
Yeah, so almost 10 years.
Yes.
And so, like, I think people just forget. People who have forgot why the show is so hyped. Like you're saying right now, you're going through season 1 and 2, and you're like, oh, I forgot this happened, I forgot that happened, and you're having the time of your life rewatching this show. I think it obviously, I know it's a lot of work to have to go back and rewatch an entire series before a new season comes out. Not everybody's going to do their homework for that.
Yeah.
But it is worth it as you're going through it. It is very rewarding. And once you get towards season 5, you're going to feel a lot more attached to the story and the characters rather than jumping in 4 years since the last season.
Right.
Just to go off of that for a second, I'm just going to sidebar for a quick second. Going back to the Wicked thing, I heard a lot of people say that they enjoyed it more when they watched the first one prior to watching the second one, which I wish I had done. My mom said she wished she had done the same thing as well so she could remember what had happened. But I think a lot of people who did that enjoyed their experience with the second one more because
which
they
makes
were
sense.
kind of connects to that there. It was fresh in their head when they went to see it as well.
Yeah, so it's the same thing. Like if
Yeah.
you're watching it in order all at once, you're going to have a lot better of a time with it than if you were to jump in 4 years since season 4. The people that
Exactly. Yeah.
didn't watch any of it since season 4, those are the people who are like, who cares about Stranger Things anymore? You know, I don't remember the story, yada, yada, yada. But like, once you get along that hype train, it makes you actually enjoy the series way more. But going off of that even more, um, again, I don't think it's necessarily a criticism that people have about having to wait so long. Like, it is homework to have to go back and rewatch
Yeah.
4 seasons of a show before the new one comes out. I get that. Not everybody has the time for that. Not everybody wants to do that. But it is what it is. Like, there's not really much you can do about it. It's either you do it or you don't. And that will impact your viewing experience of the new season.
It will. Yeah. So, Steve, I think you're doing the right thing by rewatching it. As someone who rewatched it,
Yeah, and like we've just gone through, like me and Colby, the Alien Predator movies as a whole, and like the thing. So like sci-fi is like very fresh and like
It's on the
prevalent.
brain.
Yeah, so like
yeah,
it just feels like more of that, which is nice. Um, I will say like the scaling of the show is really cool because like season 1 is basically just Brenner and a Demogorgon, and then like season 2 is the Mind Flayer, and season 3 is like the Mind Flayer and others. So like it's growing and growing and growing, which is cool because like you think back to season 1, it really is just like the Demogorgon. And
Season one's a
now,
very self-contained story. It
right,
could be its own story. You could
I
have
think that
season
was the
one
plan.
and then never make another season, and it works as a
still a good
self-contained.
show, right?
Mm-hmm.
With the opening for a season 2, because obviously like
Yeah,
at the very
right.
end of season 1, Will is like better but still not great, and then he throws up that slug which becomes
Mm-hmm.
Dart. Like I completely forgot that whole
I completely forgot about Dart.
part. Like I knew he got sick
Yeah.
at the end of season 1, but I was like, oh yeah, he throws up and that thing becomes something. And even then I was like, I don't know what, but I remember it becomes something. And then season 2 starts and the Demodogs happen, and I'm like, oh yeah, like D'Artagnan. Like I remember, like I just
You're like
didn't.
those
Yeah.
guys.
And I was also like, the characters that you know from season 1 are like your gang, like the gang of kids, Hopper and
Mm-hmm.
Joyce, and like the Wheelers and whatever. But like you get a good like couple new characters every season. I just didn't know season 2 you already got Max, you already got Billy, Bob. Like I thought that was 3. I had like completely, and like I just started 3, which I know we're not talking about, but like I didn't know we got Robin in 3. I thought that was 4. So like my timeline was so far off that it was nice when I was like, oh, Bob's in this season. Like I know Bob doesn't last the season, but I like
Right.
Bob in the
Yeah, I know.
season. So
I saw an interview with Sean Astin the other day, and he was saying, as to his part in Stranger Things, um, he had said like he went over to the Duffer Brothers and he would said to them, he goes, "I don't care if you kill me in the next episode or 10 episodes from now." He goes, "Just give me something heroic to do first."
yeah,
So
we got that.
he did,
I
yeah,
was
for
gonna say,
sure.
you achieved that
I
check.
I know him and Joyce. I think I like them more than Joyce and Hopper.
Yeah, they're fun.
He just took like, I don't know, he just took an interest in the kids too.
Who's your season 1 favorite? Because I feel like my favorite character does change or does like
Yeah.
evolve over time. I can tell you in the first season, I just hated Lucas. He just
Yep.
whines
Me
and
too.
complains and cries and
Mm-hmm.
yells, and I'm like, dude, like, can you stop?
He calls Elle a freak too many times.
Yeah, this freak, this
Like
thing.
he's I see where he's coming from, but he's just mean.
Yeah,
Like I think for season 1, I mean, I think Winona Ryder's acting
yeah.
is
Her
what
like
puts her up there for me. Um,
her
but I like
ability to
Dustin too.
panic is as unreal. Like she plays panicked mom better than most I've seen.
Yeah, and like that carries over into the next seasons too, like the trauma she has from that.
Yeah, but yeah,
But
I'm probably with Dustin on that too for favorite in season 1.
No,
Joyce is up there for me.
I think before I would have said Dustin. However, I think for season 1 I'm going Hopper. And the reason for that is because he has such a character development turnaround.
He does.
He starts off in that show as a drunk loser chief who doesn't really care about anything. Doesn't take anybody seriously. Joyce comes in and she's like, "Oh, my boy's missing, whatever." And he goes, 99% of the time, the kid goes missing, he's with the father. And she goes, "What about that 1%?" And then that triggered something in him, and he actually started to solve everything that was happening. Albeit he was hunting the wrong child the entire time.
Right, yeah.
He was on the trail. When he went to the lab and he got the surveillance footage or whatever, and he goes, "Oh, I want to see the video of that night," or whatever, and then he walks out and he goes, "Oh, on their video, it wasn't raining, but it rained that night." Like, all those little things started piecing together, and like he really was solving this mystery. So like, I think it was very interesting to watch his character do a complete 180 and actually figure out everything that was going on. Again, all in the wrong kid that he was looking for, but he was discovering the same exact things that the kids were discovering, but in different ways. So it was making a complete story a whole, which again goes to show that first season could be a standalone story. I would say season 2, though, it's either Dustin or Steve, hands down. One or the other. They might be tied.
It's probably Steve for season 2.
I think so, too.
He just has such an arc from season 1 to season 2. Because you hate him most of season 1, and you assume like he's going to fade. He's going to fade to the background, and like you won't see him other than like in bully scenes like in the future. But like he completely like changes his whole character to be like on the good side, and like once he teams up with Dustin, it's like you knew it was meant to be like moving forward.
I think he was another character who was not supposed to make it as far as he did.
Yep. I think the fans fell in love with him, right?
Which after the first season, he had that little turnaround where he, burst into the house to help Nancy and Jonathan. But like, I don't know, that wasn't enough of a redemption arc for me.
The turnaround started for him when he went to help the guy wiping off the graffiti on the theater. That's when he started to become more of a sympathetic character, aware. I guess you'd call it.
More, like aware of what he's been doing,
He needed Jonathan to beat the shit out of him first. In the alley.
Jonathan's creepy, and I will stand by that.
Those characters... Those characters are... I don't love Jonathan and Nancy.
Nancy,
I don't care about
I like more than Jonathan.
I agree.
I gotta say, too,
she has a couple badass moments.
She has her moments, but like, it's not redeeming enough. And like, what I like about season 1 is that they're kind of always a gang. Like, they're always together. Season 2, they like split off a lot, and they're all in different directions. And that was like a little hard. Like, some of the storylines, I was like, I just don't like go back to the other one, which is like, it has like the Game of Thrones effect, where like most of Game of Thrones I like, but then they go to a storyline that I'm just like, oh, I hate this one. Can you please go to another one? And there was some of that in season 2, and like, I was gonna my theory, my thought was like, I have to watch like 40 episodes in like 25 days. So I was like, if I could do 2 a day, but really what happens is I put it on and I watch like 4 or 5
because they flow so naturally. Yeah.
But so I did that with season 2, and it was late at night, and I was like, I could probably do one more, like, and the Lost Sister episode came on. That was the next one, and I was like, why does that ring a bell? And then I was like, oh, Colby said that this episode sucked. And then I thought about it, and I'm like, oh, is this like the one-off with she finds 8? And I quickly realized that's what it was. No, and I watched it, and like, yes, it's bad compared to the rest of them, but I wouldn't say it was like the worst one-off I've ever seen on a show. And it's also by far the shortest episode. It's only like 35 minutes.
Yeah.
So I was okay with that.
I don't know. I don't like it, but I don't hate it like everyone else does. Like people despise that episode, and I'm like, it's not.
So the
I don't
reasoning
think
that
it's
a
that
lot
bad.
of people hate it, and I think I side with this, is because it kills the flow of the show.
The story.
It's in a horrible spot. If that episode was episode 3 of the season, it might not be that bad. But you put that right in between the Demodogs attacking the lab and everything, or climbing out of the lab or whatever, on a cliffhanger where you're super invested, and then all of a sudden the show comes to a complete halt. It comes to a grinding stop, so you can watch 11 and these random characters you really don't care about go on this side adventure. But if it was like episode 2 or 3, it probably wouldn't be that hated on. It's the fact that it's at the tail end of the season, right between 2 really good episodes, and it just halts the flow of the show. That's the biggest issue with it. Like if it was in a different spot, it might not be that bad. Or even if it was like instead of episode 8, it was episode 7, for example, it might not be as hated. People definitely still wouldn't love it, but it would be in a better spot. I think putting it there definitely interrupts the flow of the season.
I forget, do we see 8 again?
And that was it. That's why it's so hated, is because that episode has led to nothing.
Yeah. Okay, so I've seen through 4. Season 4. I know 11 is obviously 11, and that girl's 8, and Vecna is 1. So, do we ever see the other ones?
I mean, in season 4, they show like
comes
the
up
kids.
in season 4.
Yeah, but like
we don't see like adult. We don't see like adult 5.
I don't
it's just
think
the
adult
kids.
5 maybe.
Like kids and young teenagers.
Yeah. It feels like a missed opportunity almost. Like they could have tried some other things, but
if I'm remembering,
I mean, we got a season left technically. Well, I have a season left.
In season 4, like when we find out that like Vecna Henry is number 1, like those flashbacks, like I remember they insinuate like some of the other kids. I don't know if those were kids
all
or
of
like
them died. They like
that's what I thought.
Yeah, Vecna killed all the kids.
Yeah, I couldn't remember.
Except 8, 11,
except
obviously.
Which I don't even think they
is 11
refer to 8 getting away.
No, they never addressed how 8 got out, I don't think.
But like, is there a 12?
I don't think so. Save the best for last.
I do. Jumping ahead, I do remember the reveal of Vecna being 1 as like the whole like the holy shit moment of the whole show so far. I don't know. I didn't suspect it when it happened.
Vecna is like, 1 who is also cool.
Right. Yeah. No, I think I don't know if I didn't see it coming like for miles in advance, but I think like when that episode started, you could piece it together that might have been what they were going to. But I agree, still one of the biggest like reveals or moments of the show, I think.
Yeah, definitely was. I think it was done well, and I think it was surprising enough. It wasn't like one of those things that you saw necessarily coming a mile away. I think it was enough of a surprise. Like you said, I think at the beginning of that episode of the reveal, you started to piece things together, but that's how it was supposed to be. You were supposed to start figuring it out.
Yeah, that was how it was intended.
But for like the 4 or 5 about into it wasn't that obvious.
Right. The Duffer Brothers, like, they know how to tell a story. Or they try not to. I think the only plot line that they've left unresolved is the one with 8.
Right. Because even Barb
that's
is
why
like
I hated it so much, because nothing ever came of that.
Right.
Also, I did learn, I'm not 1,000% sure, I didn't fact check it, but I heard somebody else talking about part of the reason, I can't explain what happened between season 3 and season 4, why it took so many years. I think it was because the production was just so inflated. But one of the reasons between season 4 and 5 took so long was because in Winona Ryder's contract with Netflix, it was agreed that if for whatever reason Tim Burton decides to make a Beetlejuice 2, that she would have to take time off to make that movie.
I think that's a funny thing to have in your contract.
Which, of course, Beetlejuice 2 came out in between season 4 and 5, so I can't imagine that that's untrue.
I think that's funny. That's funny.
But that's something that could be
Also,
part of the reason.
the SAG strike happened then too.
But
Yep, that too.
But like some of those other actors have made 5 movies in between Stranger Things.
Oh yeah,
So like
you're right.
it's so weird because like
Sadie Sink is like on top of the world.
And then Millie Bobby Brown did those Enola Holmes movies, which are like big production movies that were pretty good. That was all in between Stranger Things.
She also got married and adopted a kid.
Yeah.
But
which is
the
wild.
other thing too is part of the thing is
she's my age.
Maybe those other actors were able to do those movies because Winona Ryder was off doing Beetlejuice.
True.
It's true.
Like
just,
they might
it's funny.
those contracts if otherwise.
Right.
But if that's true, but it's from what I've seen, that seems to be the case, which is part of the reason season 4 had such a gap.
I wonder if like they were waiting for that to happen. Like
possible.
Yeah, like if they didn't want to start, I mean, maybe they knew Tim Burton was developing something, so they didn't want to start doing Stranger Things stuff until that was all done, so they could have like Winona Ryder and not have further delays like mid filming.
The full attention.
To be fair, too, what Stranger Things season 5 is like 12 hours of television, which takes hours and hours. Takes, I mean, that's 5-6 movies if it's the production
like
quality.
Pretty much,
which is wild because like the finale's 2 hours. Like the final episode.
I think it's 2.5 hours.
I think season 4 has longer episodes. So far, season 4 has had longer episodes than season 5. I think season 5's first 4 episodes are only about like an hour and 10 minutes each.
I know we're not talking about season 4, but season 4 was my least favorite.
They've definitely gone.
And it's not, it's not going downhill, but it's in a down trajectory.
Season 1 is probably still my favorite because it's like baseline. It's like very straightforward storyline. It's not complicated. There's not too many things going on.
It doesn't try to be. Yeah,
it's very linear, which I like, and I like them as like kids, and they're just trying to figure things out because they're like they're smart kids, but like they're still kids. And now they're kind of like teenagers, and there's like a little bit of because like season 2, I definitely don't love like the romance of it all with some of it. I'm like we don't need this yet. But in season 2, like I said, when they split up so much, I'm like, why is everybody in like a different corner of the world right now?
They don't stop doing too.
The general audience has with the show as a whole is that the show's fantastic when everybody's all together.
When it's an ensemble,
which is rare because I'll tell you, it's not a spoiler through season 4, but it doesn't get better as far as them grouping back together. The show continues to have all doing their own crap.
Groups like further divide.
They go in like different states.
It just gets further apart.
Yeah, in season 4,
because I remember 11 gets like trapped in like an underground bunker for like episodes, right?
Yep.
Or wherever she is.
Yeah, that's where you know the flashback.
I hate all that. Although I do say, like, season 2, how Mike thinks that 11 is, like, gone, and then she, like, shows up to save the day at the buyer's house is pretty cool. Like, when she walks in the door, and like, everyone's like, and he gets like, super mad at Hopper. Hopper's like, I get it, you're mad. I just tried to keep her safe. Like, it was good, though. I was like, this is good.
Yeah. With season 1, one of, I think, the best emotional moments, too, is when they had us, like, the first time you're watching it, at least for me, I really thought Will was actually dead.
Yeah.
Like, when they pulled that body out of the water. Like, they had, like, I mean, it wasn't fake to them. And I loved hating Will and Jonathan's dad.
Yeah,
I wish he would come back to die. Like, I want him to. I'm not going to get into season 5 stuff, but that's what I would like to see. I want to see their dad come back, try to be a good guy, and then get taken out. Like, have a fake redemption arc that doesn't work.
This is not a spoiler for season 5 because this was stuff people were talking about before season 5 came out.
Colby and I have both seen volume 1 too. I don't know if we prefaced that.
Yes, we have. And this isn't necessarily speculation. It's just something really goofy because, again, the show has been out so long, people forget stuff. But I remember when season 5, the trailer first dropped, everybody was like, oh, Vecna must be Will's dad. I don't know where that came from because we've seen Will's dad. We know he exists.
Yeah.
But people kept predicting that. I saw that everywhere online. People kept going, Vecna's Will's dad. This is my prediction, yada yada. And it's like we know for a fact that we've seen Will's dad. It's not even speculation. Yeah. We've seen him.
Right.
I thought that was such a thing. But that's one of those things where it's been so long since people have seen the show and that is such a small part of that season. People just forget about it. Yeah. Completely forget about it. But I thought that was funny because I'm like, just no.
Right.
That's not a thing. But people were predicting that going into season 5, and I'm like, did you watch the show at all?
Yeah.
There's a whole plot around that.
Mm-hmm. I also like that they're willing to. I guess in season 1, the big death is Barb. It's not a huge death, really.
Which people care too much about Barb.
Right. But like season 2 takes Bob, who they make like a beloved character, and then they kill him. And I know season 4 you got Eddie. I don't remember season 3. What is there a big death?
Yeah.
I don't remember. Death? Well, I'll get there.
Alexi.
Oh yeah, I remember him.
R.I.P.
Not who I was thinking, but yeah.
Yeah, I just don't remember.
Matters, Andrew.
I know that's true.
I gotta assume we're getting some like main gang deaths in season 5.
Will's dad.
Yeah.
Dead.
Lonnie's gonna come in at the end of the season finale, and he's gonna take one to the heart. That's what's gonna happen.
In the last episode of the show, after they defeat Vecna, he's gonna show up and be like, "I'm here."
Better late than never. Vecna's gonna be lying on the ground dead, and he's gonna go, "Well, I'm really Lonnie. I'm your dad.
Yeah. I am your father."
Well,
no, Will. I am your father.
It was so funny because I started watching the season 2 finale, and then Kate came down and was like, "What are you watching?" And I was like, "It's the season 2 finale of Stranger Things." And she's like, "That's weird. I'll watch the rest of it with you." And like they go to the ball at the end of season 2, and I literally was out loud. I was like, "I don't really remember how they set up season 3." And then they like pan out to the high school, and then it starts to rotate, and you go into the. I'm like, "Oh, that's how they set up season 3." I just didn't remember at all, and I like said it out loud, and then it happened. And I was
that happens to me a lot.
That's pretty cool. Like I forgot about that, and like I love those camera shots and those camera like tilts to the upside down. I hear we're getting like a full explanation of the upside down in season 5. That was what
I've read too. Yeah.
This is not a spoiler for season 5. However, this is a critique with the show, and I guess a critique for season 5. There was a Broadway play that has a massive backstory for a lot of the characters, including Vecna and his origins and his backstory and stuff. And it's all in the play, which is not widely available for everybody. It's not something you can watch on YouTube or Netflix. Yep. And it has a lot of very important information going into season 5. Like, there is critical information to this show that you will only gain from watching the Broadway play. That's is a weird problem. That's really poorly done. And if it's that canon? Important, it's canon. It's
Oh wow.
It's very important information for season 5. That's why it's so bad. So many people are complaining about it.
So
it's a prequel.
Just to I while we were recording this, I was scrolling on Facebook and I saw this post here that says Volume 2 will reportedly have a flashback episode that tackles the ideas of the thing.
So that's great, but you shouldn't have released a play before then. Also, if the play is canon and really that important, I just don't see the reason to necessarily, like, I guess it's not spoiling. I don't know. It's just weird that you would have that right before the show comes out if it's going to be in season 5.
I'm not. I see I'm pretty sure everything that's important in the play will come up in the show. I don't think they would do it like that. Like, you'd only understand this if you've seen the play. But if that's true and that they do like a flashback episode which tackles that important stuff, I think that's fine. And I think if you saw the lore before season 5, it doesn't make a difference because it's a flashback, like to back in the day.
Fine. That's assuming that they tackle everything that's in the play. Because if they don't, that's still a major issue.
Mm-hmm.
You should not be withholding vital information of the story.
Well, I thought I heard something about like a Joyce and Hopper prequel Or like
That's what the play
that
is.
is the play?
Yeah, the play is them and Hawkins at like high school, and apparently they
Which
have
has a
like a
lot of
run-in.
backstory into Vecna.
My friend sent me a video I need to watch. It's like 42 minutes, so I'll probably listen to it on my drive to work.
So is Vecna like potentially a classmate of theirs or something?
I think that's what they're going for.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's just
maybe. Yeah, so I think the theory with that is like but I don't know, because if he's Henry Creel in the flashback, maybe it's him then, and then I guess Joyce and Hopper, just because they went to school with him, they just don't know that he's Vecna. Like, maybe they know he's Henry, but
because
they
at
don't.
the time he wasn't Vecna.
No,
Yeah,
obviously.
I think
a guy.
I think that's the idea there.
Yeah.
So I don't know if, obviously, that they're not putting that in there for nothing. If that becomes a reveal, I just hope it's one that's paid off well.
Yeah.
Yeah, because otherwise it's just kind of goofy,
pointless. Yeah,
but
I have a lot of thoughts on season 5 though, so I'm excited when we get to actually.
I was going to say also I would like to redo another episode when Steve finishes season 3 and 4 and potentially season 5. I will say that I was lucky and I secured tickets to go watch the finale in theaters. It's going to be a long finale. It was weird too because it must be like a special event because when I go into the AMC theater, but they gave me a $20 voucher for food and drinks per ticket, so I have $40 to spend at concessions, and the tickets were $40.
Well, that worked out.
Which theater are you going to see it in?
It's the one in Boston Common, AMC.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Well, that's not super convenient.
No, it's not. I wouldn't want to do that.
I've been to it a couple times. They've done a couple special events there. There's parking nearby. It's not. We've taken the subway. We'll just make like a night out of it.
No, that was my
New Year's though.
That was my go-to theater when I was a kid because we could just take the red line right there. Theater.
Is that New Year's Eve or New Year's Day?
New Year's Day. New Year's Eve was sold out. The ticket sold out almost instantly.
Yeah, I figured that was going to happen.
All that was available were very front row seats or single seats. But I found a showing, I think it's like 4 o'clock or 4:30 or something, that had normal seats that were like 4 or 5 rows back, so you're not going to be snapping your neck looking up at the theater.
Good.
And then
AMC does good with the recliners, though.
Only AMC had those tickets, but then I think like a day or two later, Showcase had limited tickets for them, but they didn't announce it and they sold out instantly.
Weird.
But it's weird that Showcase decided to do it like, it was like 48 hours after AMC posted theirs. So I didn't think to look for Showcase. And again, they didn't announce it or market it.
Yeah.
But whatever, I got my AMC ones. I'm happy with it.
Yeah, I'm assuming I'm going to be through 3, 4, and first half of 5 before the second half of 5. So
yeah, I'd like to be able to have us do like a full reaction to that stuff too.
Yeah, if we come back to this in about a week and a half, I should be done. Because, like I said, I watch them in chunks. Like, I know season 4 is significantly longer.
Yeah, I think it's harder to get through because of that.
Episode. Or we could just split it, do Avatar / Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Probably be what we do.
Might be easier.
I'll have to rewatch 1 and 2. But yeah, we could probably do 3, 4, and 5, and then do Avatar after we see the third one, because then we could have like a trilogy conversation.
Yeah.
And then after that, we could do best of 2025, since it'll basically be over.
Yeah. Yeah, then we can do our fantasy stuff.
Have you seen 10 movies in theaters this year, Andrew?
I think I have. I've been thinking about that.
You saw 9 last year.
I know. I think I've outdone last year.
I feel like you definitely have.
Yeah.
Or at least like Netflix or something, like movies that
Well, I started doing Letterboxd this year. And I think and these are all films that I have watched this year because I've started doing it this year. And I've logged 19 films this year.
Well, you'll have some choices at least.
So yeah. And I can tell you 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 11. So, I mean, from what I have on here, I've got at least 14 that I've seen in theaters. I know there's probably more on here that I don't have anyway, so.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then, so we'll plan on doing the Avatar Stranger Things. then we will do our 2025 recap and 2026 predictions.
Mhm.
And then we can go back to our GOAT movie review, and we can do
Groundhog's Day.
Groundhog Day,
Yeah. So that'll be the plan. Now, we say this as if we're going to do all of this in the next 3.5 weeks. However, for our listeners out there, it may be July by the time you get that Groundhog's Day review.
We've been better.
So just bear with us.
We have. I'm not opposed to like keeping up this pattern we have.
Yeah.
Like we've been
I would
trying
like
to do
to.
for the past 2 years.
I would certainly like to, but in the off chance that you don't hear or see from us from like until July of 2026 or hell, even 2027 at this point,
Mhm.
don't be shocked. We're not
Yeah.
dead.
Right.
It's
Mhm.
Yeah. But we got some material. That's what, 3 episodes at least? 4
yeah,
episodes?
3 or 4.
Yeah.
So that's, that'll get us till January. We just got to do them. We'll get there eventually. Hey, like I said, we're on a solid run.
So something I meant to say earlier when we were talking about things we saw in between last episode and this one. I rewatched Interstellar. I think that might be one of the best movies ever made.
Yeah, let's hear
Like,
it.
I never thought it wasn't, but I'm reaffirming my point now.
Yep. I stand. If you were to ask me what my favorite movie of all time is, I would probably say Interstellar.
Yeah, I don't know if
it's such a masterful movie.
Yeah.
I haven't done a rewatch in a long time. Like, I know I really liked it, but
I think
You
the
should
last time I
rewatch it.
saw it was, I don't know, my parents rented it and we watched it in Maine one weekend. And then I was just like curious about something and it popped up on my TikTok like a scene from it, and I'm like, well, now I have to watch the whole thing. And by golly, I'm happy I
it's
did.
like 3 hours too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
I know, Colby, you saw it recently in IMAX. I would like to do that, but I don't know if I have like the sound system for it, because it's one of those movies.
I had it in my
That's
head. Like, it's been
phenomenal.
like almost like 9 years since I actually saw it. I had it in my head that this was the one with Sandra Bullock, but that was Gravity.
And
then The Martian had Matt Damon.
Which also, all good movies, but not Interstellar.
I know next year we're getting Project Hail Mary.
Yep. I still think that Interstellar's got to be number 2 for Nolan for me, though, because The Dark Knight is just too perfect for me. I just love it so much. Except for the third act. I don't love the third act, but the first 2, I could watch those on loop. But Interstellar, yeah, probably 5-6 years since I've rewatched it, and I remember how good it was.
I know. I want to do like a. This is like planning like way ahead for us, but we should do Christopher Nolan, like
a Chris
his
Nolan
movies
series.
There. Yeah.
What other Chris Nolan movies you haven't seen?
I haven't seen most of them.
Really?
Well, that's not true. I haven't. The ones that I really want to see that I haven't are. I know I haven't seen Inception, and that's one that I like actively want to see.
That's probably 3 for me.
I've seen the Dark Knight trilogy. Seen Oppenheimer. I saw Dunkirk. That was really good. Haven't seen the Tenet.
Tenet goes either way. I like it, but it has a lot of discourse.
The Prestige either.
Where people Prestige is really good. Christian Bale, Hugh Jackman, in like their prime.
I think the only ones I haven't seen is The Prestige and Tenet.
Have you seen Memento?
Yeah, so.
Oh, and that one. I forgot about that one.
Memento's really good.
I haven't seen, or Insomnia.
I think that's the only one I haven't seen.
Then there's The Following. It's a very short film.
Oh, I wouldn't count.
I'm just looking. It says it was his first one, but it's also 1 hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, we could definitely do like a best of.
So series. I've actually, I've seen more than I gave myself credit for. If he's got 12 up here now, I've seen 1, 2, 6. I've seen half of them.
Not bad.
That's more than I thought.
List of 2026 things to do, as well as our Michael Bay review.
That'll probably be 2028 if we're being realistic.
We'll get to it.
Yeah, but we will get to it for sure.
It took us how many months to watch The Thing, which is like 1.5 hours. All of Chris Nolan's movies are like 3 hours.
Hey, I know, yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, but the good thing is we've seen most of them.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So
And
like
it
I
gives
could
me
talk
something to
about
look
most
forward
of
to.
them right off the bat. I don't have to do the required homework.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like Dark Knight Rises?
I do.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it too. A lot of people didn't like it. That was just a general. I thought Bane was awesome.
I think Bane's pretty cool.
Yeah. No, I
I also think Batman
it's
Begins
impossible.
gets
It's
no love.
impossible to top The Dark Knight.
Right.
Like it just is.
Right.
I mean, I think Batman Begins is good for what it is. It sets it up. It's just I think having one of, if not the greatest movies of all time, in the middle of the series doesn't help.
Well, yeah, the best villain.
It takes the attention away, which is going to happen in any case.
Yeah, and apparently he was supposed to be the Joker in 3 as well, and they had to pivot. So yeah. I'd give Dark Knight, Interstellar, Inception for me. Memento's really good too.
Not it wasn't Dunkirk, but around the same time. Did you guys see 1917?
Yes.
I love
Also
that movie.
phenomenal movie.
That's like
I associate it with. I think those two came around like the same year.
They were the same summer.
Was it? Yeah.
Like a month apart. Yeah,
I know I saw Dunkirk in theaters.
I saw both of those in theaters. I liked 1917 a little better because the concept was cool of like the one
with
take,
the one shot. Yeah.
But
and then
I remember
Doctor Strange showed up at the end.
Yeah. Well, there's like 3 Game of Thrones characters in it too.
Yeah.
Because the
Dunkirk is also a very like oddly structured movie. There's like 4 plans of action happening at once, but like there's very little dialogue. So it just keeps cutting in between these different scenes. And if you're not fully paying attention, you look away from the screen for half a second, you look back, you're like, what's going on? Like I must have missed something. So like it's one of those movies that it is really good, but you have to have full attention while watching it. Because there's very little dialogue.
Do you guys think they're gonna release the Odyssey trailer before Avatar comes out?
No,
I don't either.
It'll leak though.
I think they're gonna release the Doomsday trailer before Avatar comes out.
Well, they only have a week and a half.
I know, but I just feel like that's a Marvel thing.
Just to like put it out there. Well, we got the Supergirl trailer tomorrow.
Yep.
So I mean, you could fuck DC and release it tomorrow. That would be real.
Who's real? That would be who's actually getting fucked there. Like I don't know.
That'd be rude, disrespectful.
It would be screwing over DC. As much as we've had our complaints about Marvel, it still would overtake DC.
That's wrong. Yeah.
It would still overtake DC for sure.
Have you guys thought more about Fantastic Four and how bad it actually was?
I literally have not given it a single thought until you just mentioned.
Granted,
yeah,
I haven't thought about it. So
I was thinking about it the other day. It's not memorable in any way. Like it just is now. It's just another is movie. It is. It happened.
Yeah.
It is. Like cool.
I think I enjoyed it for what it was, and I think it's fine. But like again, I haven't thought about it since it came out, and I probably won't think about it until I see them again.
I have an issue with the more I think about things, the worse it gets for me. So I try to stay away from
thinking about things.
Yeah.
I just think Superman was better, so I think about that.
Was no question there.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Yes, we will.
So who's Sadie Sink in the Spider-Man movie? Is she gonna be like MJ or Doc Ock? Rhino?
A lot of speculation for Jean Grey because they have mutants now. But Sadie Sink also did an interview where she told people can still dye their hair or something like that. Like
Oh, she was like hair color can be changed or something.
Yeah, so I got people speculating Gwen Stacy because she said that.
Yeah, because it could be like a timeline thing, right?
Yeah.
Or she could be a completely new character.
She could, and I'm honestly, I don't know enough about comic characters to know the difference, but I would be okay with that.
Maybe, hear me out. New storyline.
I was going to say.
No. New storyline. Ned is having an affair with his other girlfriend, and this is his new.
Ooh, it's an upgrade.
Yeah. And that's the whole movie.
Maybe they couldn't get Tom Holland, so Sadie Sink is Spider-Man.
Oh,
well, there was a lot of the initial rumor was that she was playing Mayday Parker, who was the daughter in Into the Spider-Verse, like the baby.
Yeah, I remember.
That was like a constant theory for a while.
But she has a Gwen Stacy look.
She does.
What if she's playing the new villain and she's wearing a mask the whole movie, and then at the end she takes the mask off and it's Robert Downey Jr.
Oh, from Tropic Thunder.
From Tropic Thunder, yeah. I'm a lead farmer, motherfucker. What do you mean, you people? And then the movie ends.
That's right.
I'm just saying, you can't rule it out.
Oh, man.
Boy, my sister's home.
Where are they going with Doomsday? Was this going to happen? Is it going to be good?
I want it to be good.
I would like it to be good, but I'm not holding out hope. And a trailer's not going to sell me. I won't let it. I'm not going to bite the bait.
Yeah, I'm the opposite.
I think you will.
Won't sell me. Yeah. Like I said, I'm looking forward to being proven wrong.
I think me and Andrew will be giddy schoolgirls if it happens, and Colby will be stoic, but deep down inside, he's going to be like, woohoo!
If the Doomsday trailer leaks or is released, not leaks, I would only watch it. Well, I would probably watch it if it leaked, but if they release it, I'll try to do a reaction video if I'm home, because in a week or so, the movie will be out then, so it wouldn't make a difference. But I'd like to just do a reaction video to see how I respond to that. Because I don't know, when I'm watching trailers, I'm probably just staring at the screen, so it's nothing like worthwhile, but we'll see. If it happens to drop while I'm teaching, I will stop my class and I will put it on.
Well, I think it'd be cool to go see Avatar and then see both of those trailers before it for the first time.
I would love that.
Because it feels like a triple feature of like 2 exciting trailers plus a new movie, a new Avatar movie.
I just don't trust myself.
Yeah. I'll try my best. No promises. I like a good trailer.
I'll be able to see it in IMAX 3D.
There you go.
So
nice.
That's something. All right.
We're all living in the upside down.
So we'll hopefully reconvene in the next week and a half or so and talk Stranger Things 3 and 4.
Yes.
And / Avatar.
Right. If I start
Happy Holidays
episode
this comes out
5 right now, I'll be done with season 3 probably tonight. So,
it'll fly.
On to season 4. Yep.
All right.
So that's where we're at.
Cool. All right. Thank y'all for listening.
Bye.
Bye.